I started thinking just recently, you know, what really is discipline? In relation to habits and patterns. Like, is discipline having a reason to stick to something even when you don't want to? Or is it doing something even when you don't have a reason to do it? Or maybe it's something else. And the reason I bring that up is because I'm currently going through some habit changes, some pattern changes right now. I wanted to actually take a step back from 75 hard because it did end up leading to some light injuries, but also my reasoning for doing 75 hard were on a bit of a rocky foundation, having to do with not the best relationship with food and my diet. And so I decided to take a step away so that I can reset my diet and my hunger cues. And anyways, it made me think about, discipline and the act of having discipline or practicing discipline or whatever you'd call it. And I really, really wonder, what is discipline actually? I have had times in my life, say for instance, the first time I did 75 hard. The first time I ever did it, I was so committed to it, so convinced I needed it, that I completed it clean, the first time around, all the way through. I worked through injuries. I remember within the first week getting, I think it was tricep tendonitis in both arms, had me not able to bend my arms for like 3 days, and still getting 2 workouts done, every day for those 75 days. Like, I really put my body through it, and I was committed to finishing, right? And so I look at that and I say, okay, was that discipline, or was that having a reason to finish? Because now I look at myself and I look at things now, and since then, of course, I've done many challenging things. But I wonder, okay, me not completing something like 75 hard or another challenge, is that because something's changed and I lack discipline? Or is it because I could do it if I wanted to? I have the discipline to do that. I just don't have a strong enough reason to do it. What really is discipline? How does it show up for you? How does it show up for me? Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe having discipline is having a good reason, like a really strong and compelling reason to commit to an outcome, commit to a goal. And discipline is also being able to continue doing the daily actions that you have to do to achieve your outcome, even when you forget what those reasons are. I often find myself in that position where I really need to know why it is that I'm doing what I'm doing. And if I forget what my purpose is, what my reason is for any one thing, chances are I'll replace it with something new, something different. This often has me feeling a little bit off, a little bit unhappy, I guess. Maybe that's not actually the right emotion. What would the right word be? maybe a little bit disappointed in myself when I change things up so often. There's times that, I really feel like I should be sticking to something, but it's not because I want to, it's because I just have this belief that someone else would say I should be doing whatever it is that I'm avoiding or doing or whatever. And then I wonder, just how much of a bad thing is it really? I was about to say, I've done challenging things. I've done things that require a lot of discipline, and I was actually trying to just think of another example other than 75 Hard. And I guess the argument can be made that recording this show is an example of just that. Like showing up for 328 days in a row. Bruh. Duolingo hasn't even seen those levels of commitment. Actually it has. I did reach the 1 year mark. And I'll reach the 1 year mark here too. But the point is, when I really commit to something, and there were days with this show that I forgot why I was here, why I was doing what I was doing. And I still kept going. So I do have discipline. I have discipline for the things that matter, and I also have this discipline of choosing myself and not overdoing it. That's my stronger pattern. That's my stronger discipline. If I forget the reasoning, or if I choose to believe that the old purpose, the old reasoning for something isn't worth it anymore, I replace it and choose something better, something that's gonna get me closer to my outcome, to my goal, keep moving me forward. Because sometimes it's not the big steps, once every few months. It's often just the things we do every single day, the small ones, the small steps. It's the discipline to take the small steps every single day. It's the discipline to show up, and it's the discipline to choose yourself. That's what I've been looking for. That's what I've been looking at, and that's what I've been doing for myself. So I guess this was just confirmation for myself that, yeah, I am disciplined. And I don't have to question it any further. Because questioning it any further won't get me closer to my outcomes, all the outcomes that I have set up for myself. Instead, there's other better questions to ask. And it's my job to find them, ask them, and answer them. And that's all for today. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate you. Until we meet again, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.